I've been on my grind since I was alive. Chasing money is how I survive. Getting that cash is how I get by. 18 wheelers is how I stay fly. Getting these checks is getting me high. Missing my son every time I say bye. The things I do to live a good life. Keep it real. Yeah. I was sick of them, tired of being broke. Walking around like a practical joke. I changed my ways and now I'm woke. Cutting the tops of the...
What's going on, guys? What's going on? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Hey, I told you guys that I was gonna give you an update video about Pilot. I did make a video about 2 weeks ago, and I had it edited and all that, and I told my boss about it. And I told my boss, hey, I made this video, I'm gonna edit it, and I'll send you the final link. But anyways, after watching the video, I was kind of rambling, and the video was actually 15 minutes, so I'm gonna try to cut this one down and give y'all a better video. I should have posted that video about a week ago, but anyways, I'm gonna give y'all a quick rundown as to what happened when I was at Pilot, okay? So some of y'all know that after I left Schneider National on their tanker division, I went to the oil fields and started working with Pilot, with Bridger Transportation. That's what Pilot was called back then before they bought it out. Anyways, I was a sand driver with them for about 2 months, 2 or 3 months, something like that. I ended up going through a really hard time on the sand side because we weren't getting any business, and the sand side of Bridger was just fucking terrible, and we ended up getting 3 straight weeks of negative checks. So after that third week, I actually got a hold of Mac Road Life on YouTube, which is my current boss, because I saw him on the crude oil side of Pilot. So I actually got a hold of him and asked him about how it's going and all that. So he told me everything that's going on, what he's doing, you know, that he's getting drivers, and he's planning on having a fleet of trucks and stuff like that. So I said, man, you know what, fuck it, dude, I'm gonna go to the crude oil side. So that's what I did. I ended up going to the crude oil side. As some of y'all have seen in my crude oil videos with Pilot, it was nothing but trouble. Nothing but trouble. I mean, when I first got there, I went through about 3 or 4 trucks. Well, actually, I think I went through about 3 trucks and maybe 3 or 4 trailers the first month of being there. So I was consistently down, consistently getting new equipment, consistently missing out on money. So every day that I didn't work was $800 to $1,100 of gross income that I missed out on. That's how much we were making out there in Carlsbad as a lease operator. Okay, I was a lease operator. I was paying about $4,000 a month for the truck, trailer, and insurance and all that bullshit. I was paying a lot of money, guys, and I was losing out on a fuckload of money every day. So anyways, what happened was, I said, you know what, I'm gonna leave the lease operator side and I'm gonna actually work with Mac. Okay, so when I went to the oil side, I was actually living with Mac, and this was back in August. Okay, August of 2018. Okay, so I was living with him in his house with his drivers when I first went to the crude oil side as a lease operator. So I ended up working with him, and what happened was, Mac was hiring guys, you know, left and right. People were leaving and going, or coming and going. People were coming and going because, you know, crude oil is not for everybody. Not everybody liked the way we were getting paid, yada yada. Anyways, what happened was, so Mac is a boss, right? Mac hires people. He doesn't know really what type of person that he hires, you know, except what they say on the phone or email or on the resume. Okay, they don't know nothing about their personality or no shit like that. Okay, so what happened was, he hired these 2 people. Now these 2 people that he hired are the reason that we actually had to leave Pilot. We had to leave Pilot. Okay, what happened was, he hired this one guy, and both of them are probably gonna watch this video. And if y'all see this, fuck both of y'all. That's as simple as I can put it, man. Just, y'all are pieces of shit, man. This is my channel. I can say whatever I want to say. Anyways, what happened was, Mac hired this one guy, and when he first got there, he asked Mac for a big advance. It was over $1,000, and it was his first week, and he asked Mac, hey man, can I get this advance, you know? It was a lot of money, guys. I mean, this guy didn't do he didn't haul no loads or nothing like that. He simply came, started working with Mac, and asked for a lot of money. So Mac told him no. That guy took that his own way and kept that in his head, right? So remember that. Okay, so anyways, time goes by, this guy starts driving, he starts getting speeding infractions from Pilot. The GPS system in his truck is sending him speeding infractions. Okay, so Pilot tells Mac that Pilot is going to cancel that guy's contract, and because he got speeding violations, right? So anyways, I think Mac told this guy, or I'm not sure if he did or not. So anyways, this guy found out somehow that some shit was going on, that he was gonna get fired, yada yada. So what that guy ended up doing is that he went to pilot headquarters and started telling them that Mac was racist and he didn't like black people, and that Mac was calling him a nigger, and he wasn't treating him right, that guy was being treated unfairly, yada yada. So what happened was pilot headquarters believed that guy, right? So they believed him, and when they told Mac about it, Mac tried to give them his story. He tried to call them and email them, and they never emailed him back. They never called him back. They never tried to get a story on things. So they believed that guy, right? So while all of this was happening, let me check my time. All right, I still got some time. So anyways, while all of this was happening, the other guy that I was telling you about, right? The other guy that I was telling you about actually went to Pilot HQ as well. He went to our supervisors and said that Mac was treating us unfairly and yada yada. He was just making rumors and stuff because the second guy was a really gullible dude. So he would be loading at places or unloading at places, and he would talk to other owner operators or people from different companies, and they would tell them yada yada, this, we're making this, and then he would believe them and be like, oh, we should be getting paid more, we should be getting paid more. So anyways, that second guy became toxic to our whole organization, to the whole business, pretty much. So those two guys were being very toxic when it comes to the dynamic in the household, right? So anyways, that second guy went to Pilot, and he also told Pilot that we were being treated unfairly, and he was being treated unfairly and stuff like that, and Mac didn't like him personally, so Mac was treating him different. So the same thing, Pilot did not believe Mac, and they didn't want to get his side of the story. When I tried to email Pilot, I sent them I sent a text message to one of our supervisors telling him what's going on, and that the dude's just making rumors because they're feeling some type of way about everything else that's going on, so they're just lying. So my supervisor, which is, his name was Larry Wiggins or whatever, he's probably watching this too. Anyways, he never messaged me back. He never got back to me. He didn't want to hear my side of the story. After all of that happened, they had threatened to cancel Mac's contract, and they gave him a 30-day cancellation notice. Now, at this time, Mac had about 3 or 4 trucks, and I think it was 5 drivers, including me. So he was making a fuckload of money every month, okay? A fuckload of money every month, okay? If you could imagine, every truck with one driver was making around $7 grand. You know, do the math. Do the math. That's on a good week. Probably like 6 grand on a good week. On a really good week. Okay, I'm over exaggerating a little bit, but just imagine that. Anyways, so they threatened to cancel Mac's contract. They gave him a 30-day cancellation notice. They were going to put him out of business, all because of a rumor. And the guy that told him that he was racing, and the other guy saying that he was treating him fairly. So they gave him a 30-day cancellation notice. What Mac did was he sent them a super long email, dude. A super long email. I fucking read the whole thing. I mean, it'll take you a couple minutes to read it. And he was talking about everything, about how they're not trying to hear his story and all that, and he's got his whole business on the line, and they're gonna believe someone else over than believe him and believe me, you know, people that are actually there and stuff like that. So what Pilot pretty much did is they believed someone else's rumors and lies, and they were gullible to the situation, and they shut Mac's business down, and they gave him a 30-day notice. So when we actually had to leave Pilot, Mac had something else situated, and he got his own trucks outside of Pilot, outside of leasing. You know, he got his own trucks his own way, financing or whatever, and now we're out here in Oklahoma. Okay, so we had to leave because Pilot believed rumors that some other drivers were talking about. Hold on. Okay, so if that doesn't tell you about how Pilot is as a company when it comes to their owner operators and people that actually have a big business going on with them. I mean, Mac was making a fuckload of money for Pilot and himself, you know. He had his whole business on the line. For a company to practically almost, they could have made him go bankrupt if he didn't have all his ducks in a row on his business. But Mac knows what he's doing, so he had all of his shit straight, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling you this because if Pilot, a big company like that, will do that to the smaller person, which was Mac. You know, he was just an independent contractor that had his own business. If they were willing to do that to somebody and shut their business down, you can only imagine if Mac didn't have all of his ducks in a row and didn't have all his business stuff situated. Mac could have gone bankrupt over rumors. Okay, he could have gone bankrupt. They could have fucked up his whole life, dude. He's got a family. He's got kids. He's got a wife. He's got a house. He's got things that he has to take care of, dude. And they shut him down over two people's rumors, dude. So I just want to make this video because I told you I was going to let you know what happened. And I was supposed to upload the video talking about it like a week and a half ago. But like I said, didn't like it, so I was going to make another one. So anyways, that's what happened. I can tell you this right now, they're not a company to be trusted. I do not recommend them at all. I don't recommend anybody going to them on the independent contractor side. I'm not saying to not go to them. I'm just saying my professional opinion from somebody that's been there for a long time and been through the whole rodeo with them. I wouldn't do it personally, and I wouldn't suggest it, okay? I'm not trying to deface them or nothing. I'm just saying the truth and everything that happened, because everything that I've said in this video has been nothing but the truth, the God honest truth, man. I'm just telling you guys what happened. Just be careful when you're going into companies like that. And I'm gonna make different videos about leasing and stuff like that, and getting on with companies as a lease operator. But I just really hope you guys think about this video and watch it before you even think about it. Now, a little birdie has told me that they might actually cancel the independent contractor side and just go to company drivers. That's just something I've heard. Don't believe that. You know, it's just something I heard, so you might not have to worry about this video, and might not have to worry about going on the lease side. But they did shut down the sand division, in case I haven't known. They did shut down the sand division because it was just nothing but fuck ups, and they didn't have any contracts, and the business was just shitty, so they shut it down. So yeah, guys, that's what happened. I wouldn't recommend them, and I just feel sorry for Mac, and I feel sorry that the other drivers had to do that to them, man. They're just, like I said, man, y'all are just pieces of shit, man. That's what it comes down to, man. Just because you didn't like something, you didn't have to fuck up somebody's business and life over something small like that, man. Anyways, I appreciate you guys watching. Stay tuned for more videos. Y'all take it easy.